Good Ship Shipyard Brewing, soon to be rebranded. You can see she still says Sparrow on her, but boom is off, sails are off, rig is ready to pull. We're gonna go to the boatyard tomorrow morning and pull the mast, and then we're also gonna take the main jib and staysail off the boat and take them to the loft that is at the boatyard. You see we got our sails on deck right there. We're gonna take our sails off and we're gonna start putting a fourth reef in the main. And we've actually, we don't have numbers on our head sails. So we gotta put numbers on the head sails. And then we've got a number of things that we wanna do on the rig. We were never concerned about the rig like falling over. We were concerned about, we had issues with our masthead VHF antenna and also with the way that we mounted the masthead wind instruments. We also had an issue with one of our halyards. So we're gonna change a shiv, we're gonna change some halyard stuff. We've got a number of things to do that actually wouldn't really require the mast to come out, but it's gonna be a lot easier if the mast does come out. So we're just gonna pull it out and do everything right and do it as nicely as we can and really dial things in. So it's more hassle, expense, and everything else, but I think it's the right way to do it. So we're gonna do it that way. And went over all of our safety stuff today. Still have a number of things that we have to grab, which was to be expected. We've got a month to get it done. So getting ourselves in full compliance and already working on and fixing a number of things. You see we got a GSC logo right there. We're gonna have a 50 right there. We have to have our bow number. We're gonna do a big Shipyard Brewing logo right on the sides of the hulls here, as well as on the sails, on the main sail and everything else. So all in all, everything's looking like it's in pretty good shape. Marina Coruna, really, really beautiful place. This town is phenomenal. It's been really, really incredible so far. It's a very, very cool place. I like it a lot. And, but looking forward to the boatyard. The guy that runs the boatyard has done 6 Volvo Ocean races, an America's Cup, and an Olympics. So that guy is a proper legend named Chuni. And yeah, we just definitely have our work cut out for us, but we've got some great and supportive partners with Shipyard Brewing and also with all of our other great sponsors. Elvstrom Sales, you know, we're still dialing in some stuff on the sales, and all of our other great partners like New England Ropes and Wishard and Ronstown and Facnor, and like so many sponsors that are still so supportive that we're still kind of getting like last minute ropes and shackles and blocks and last minute stuff. Just trying to get as ready as we can and hopefully go have a good race. So you having fun?
I'm having a blast. I love this place.
And
I love this guy and I love this boat.
we love Chris. It's been incredible, some of the people and the friendships that you make when you're on an endeavor like this. But Chris, what's your big project along with the mast? What are you working on now?
I've got about 1,300 watts of solar panels. It's about 16 different solar panels that we're installing. And so we're just getting all that laid out and getting the wiring all designed. And I'm gonna sink my teeth into that over the next probably week. So very excited.
Chris is gonna help us right now just while we're pulling the rig out. Meeting the rigger tomorrow at 2:30. We're gonna motor over at like 9:30 and pull the rig probably at like 4. And then, yeah, we should be back in our slip actually before dark. I don't think we'll have to leave the boat over there. And then we'll actually go back to the yard in a couple weeks and probably pull the boat out very quickly just to inspect the bottom, but also to put on some of the branding, the Shipyard Brewing decals and stuff. It's gonna be easier to do huge decals with the boat, you know, on the hardstand. So, ton of work to get done. All right, we're gonna pull the rig this afternoon. We'll probably pull the boat out in a couple weeks once we have all of our new decals so that we can change the boat from Sparrow to Shipyard Brewing and rebrand everything. So over here at Marina Coruna, or excuse me, we are at Marina Seca, which is the same ownership as Marina Coruna. We are in the boatyard with the masts. So we have a solution for making our wind instrument not rotate. This is our mast wand. We just taped it to a shroud right here, but it was kind of like rotating in the mount here. That was the whole problem. We're gonna try to also get our other wind instrument back in there, which can't rotate because a bolt goes through it. We're gonna modify this one the same way where a bolt can go through it so it won't rotate. And this is our backup wind instrument on the mast that we did not have installed for the transatlantic. But yeah, we definitely did some damage at the masthead, but nothing's permanent. But we lost our Windex. We lost our VHF actual antenna. We're getting a new one, but the old one like broke. So we were definitely in some very rough seas, and that was a little bit humbling. So we're gonna have a spare I can plug in as well. We'll also have the spare on the stern. We're gonna modify the wind instrument mounts. Everything else is looking pretty much the same as it was when I got the rig, and 3,000 miles ago, and 5,000 miles ago, and 8,000 miles ago. So it all looks pretty much the same. And this is the big problem we had. One of them was the halyard that jumped over the shiv and got completely like stuck and compressed between the shiv and the rig. So we had a staysail that was stuck aloft in 30, 35 knots. And I had to go up in a lot of breeze and just cut the end of the halyard so the sail would come down. And that sail's fine, but we also have the shiv for it right here. Takes it to the rig, so we're gonna service that shiv and put new ball bearings in it, and put a new staysail halyard in the rig and go with a fatter one. And then we're also going through all of our shivs and our halyards and just making sure that they can't jump over the shiv. I'm still really surprised that happened, but it did happen. So we gotta sort that out and make sure it doesn't happen again. It's not a huge work list on the masts, but it was infinitely easier to do this work with the masts down. Making good progress here, and we're also working on a lot of our safety and compliance stuff. We still need a lot of odds and ends for safety gear just to be compliant with all the rules. So we definitely have our work cut out for us, but yeah, feeling pretty good about it. We're gonna need to utilize all of our time here in Spain efficiently to get to the start in good shape and to be totally ready and fully compliant. But I think we're off to a good start, and we're laying all the groundwork and planning all the projects that we're gonna do for the next 4 weeks for the start. So.